Hey everyone, Sheree here. Today I'm going to be creating a spread for my Life Crafted album using the Citrus Twist Kit's December Life Crafted kit, and this one's called Hustle and Heart. So I'm doing something a little bit different for me today, and it's a more masculine type spread, and it's about my husband. He's actually building a gyrocopter at the moment, so I wanted to get this down on paper because this is taking him months and months of work. He's still going on it, but I think it's important to get this down on paper. So I've already chosen a couple of the 4x3 cards here, which you can see, good things are coming. This other one has happenings at the top. I did run this through my printer, so what I did was I had the digital card there, but my printer actually printed a completely different color. So what I did was used that digital card as a guide and then printed it. Then I stuck this one over the top with some washi tape, ran it through my printer again to get the journaling printed onto this card. You see there's a little bit of white here, and that's because my washi tape is actually peeled off some of the ink there, which I'm a little bit disappointed about, but there's not much I can do about that. I'm just going to have to live with it. I'll probably add a bit of stitching across the top there. Hopefully that'll disguise that a little bit. I've chosen this paper out of the 6x8 papers, and I've cut that down to size, to the Traveler's Notebook size page there. So that's the combination that I'm going with. So these two cards and this background paper. I've got the alphabet, the puffy stickers that are in the kit I'm using for my title, and you can see I've already got them out and organized, ready to use. I've also got the tiny word stickers. I love the color of these ones. And the sticker I'm using, actually it was quite a long one. It said just a man and his remote control, but I've cut off the remote control and it's going to be just a man and his gyrocopter. So that's going to be my title today. The chipboard pieces, I'm definitely using this one here. It says a guy thing. That's absolutely appropriate for this spread. And there's also this one here that says normal is boring, so I might add that onto the spread as well. And then I've got a couple of stamps to use. I've got the Hustle and Heart stamps here. There's a phrase that says it's fun time, so I'm going to use that. And the other stamp sets that are available as add-ons in the shop, there's this one here that has lots of great phrases, but I'm going to use the words right now from that one. And then there's the date on this other little 2x3 stamp. So I've got everything there ready to go. I've got the little ruler die cut as well, because he's always measuring stuff, so that's appropriate for this spread too. I think that works. So I think I'm ready to get started. I've got my photo ready to go, so I'll pop you on fast forward and show you how I'm going to put this one together. Alright, so I've just added some machine stitching around the border of that full-size page and at the top of that journaled card as well. So now I'm going to go ahead and grab my photo and some of the other elements, and I'm just going to put everything into place to work out my spacing before I start to stick everything down. So I've got that photo there, just adding double-sided tape behind that ruler die cut, and I love that it was already the perfect size to go across the bottom of that page. I've got my title, which I think I'm going to put at the top overlapping the photo, and I've got that sticker at the very top. That label will overlap the very bottom of that photo just slightly. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp onto that label before I start sticking everything down. So just grabbing my block, I've got the phrase right now to go on there first. So I'll just do a little test stamp onto some white cardstock just to make sure I've got enough ink on there. And now I can go straight onto that label. So that one's stamped up nicely. I've got the next one that says it's fun time, and that's going to go underneath where it says right now. And that one's stamped up really nicely as well, so I'm really happy with that. Next up I've got that date stamp, and I'm just grabbing another little label out of the die cut pack there. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp that date stamp onto that label. So again, I'll just do a little test there, and then I can go straight onto the label. I just need to make sure I leave enough space above the stamp to add in that date as well. So I've put it towards the bottom of that label. Alright, so I'm just adding double-sided tape behind those now, and then I can go ahead and start sticking everything down onto this page. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with the photo going roughly in the center there. I do actually make a small adjustment fairly shortly, which you'll see, but just making sure everything's going to fit nicely. Okay, so I do have that chipboard piece that I'm going to put at the bottom. That one says normal is boring. So that one's on there now. I can go ahead and just move it slightly down, and then I can add that label at the very bottom of the photo there. So that one's on there now. Next up, I have to add these puffy lettuce stickers. So I'll go ahead and do that. Just trying to line them all up. And then I've got that sticker to go at the very top of the page. So I'm just using my T-square ruler just to make sure everything's nice and straight before I go ahead and add a little bit of machine stitching across the sticker at the top and across that label at the bottom of the photo. So I'll just grab my machine and do that. Okay, so to finish this first page off, all I need to do is add that chipboard circular piece that says a guy thing, and that first page is done. And now I just need to finish off that date label and stick that one onto the bottom of that journaling card. So I've got a date stamp from my stash just going straight onto the label there, and I'm just going to grab a pen and write home for the location at the bottom of that stamp. So that one can now be adhered onto the bottom of that journaling card. That's on there now, and I'm just going to run a line of stitching across the middle of that label as well, just to add a little bit more texture there. So that is done. I can go ahead and just trim the ends of those threads off, and then that card is complete. I can now go ahead and add that into my album. So I'll just give you a closer look at the little details on these pages, and then I'll pop it in the album, and you'll see the photos of that very shortly. So I hope you've enjoyed seeing how I put this one together today using the December Citrus Twist kits. I'll be back again really soon to share another project. If you've got any questions, just pop it down below in the comments section. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So I'll see you again soon. Thanks so much for joining me today. Bye for now.